Welcome back to Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast hosted by me, BellaThaGawd. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify. Make sure you are liking, sharing, commenting. You are tuned in. Okay, baby, what do I tell y'all? Open that tab, play the playlist, get my viewership up so we could get monetized. Speaking of which, I have, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need to put this in the shorts, I'm doing a giveaway. I have a huge giveaway coming up for number 2. I really want to hit 2,000 subscribers so I can put it out. But I am the only person that I know of, if I'm wrong, correct me, that is doing a giveaway every 500 followers. That is a lot of giveaways knowing what numbers I want to see on my boards, okay? So, yeah. Today's topic is my daughter can eat a popsicle before dinner because she will still eat her dinner. Y'all be so strict for no reason. I want to get into eating. Okay. I have a story for y'all, but we'll get into that for a little bit. I too I like to have an appetizer. I like to have a meal. I like to have a dessert. And as an adult, I allow myself to have all of that. Do I eat all of it? No. No. And that's where the decision making and the change of guards comes in, the change of generations comes in. I remember being young. Eat your food. You're not allowed to have anything to drink until you eat your food. I also know that back in the day, a lot of families didn't have a lot of food and money and resources to waste. So it was eat your food. Also, at that time in our lives, our families weren't cooking separate meals for everyone in the house. Everybody had one meal. Everybody ate that meal. If you didn't want to eat that meal, then you didn't eat, right? So the whole you can't eat your dessert before you have dinner thing has never I've never made my child do that. We're also a household that opens up one more than one box of cereal. We're also a household that will cook variations of a meal. Let's just say Alfredo is the base. We might do different proteins. We might have salmon for some people, chicken for some people. We might have whatever we have, but it's not one thing, and we're not making everybody eat it. I think my generation, which is the millennials, born in the 80s, absolutely have broken I don't want to say a generational curse, but we have broken the old ways of how we are raising our children and what they are allowed and not allowed to do, and the freedoms that they have, and also how they're able to express themselves. Because okay, you ate dessert, who cares when we talk about what happens with the 3 meals a day. And we talk about how when you really get deep into it, they're like, you're not technically supposed to have 3 meals a day. Who says you have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner? That's some white man shit, right? So you go into it and it's like, why can't the kids have whatever they want when it's in reason? And I've had this conversation before, because I can go to a cookout and have a plate full of meat and beans, or a plate full of meat, and that's it. And people always like to say, where are your greens? Where are your greens? Bitch, I ate fruit all day leading up to this because I knew I was coming here to fuck some food up. So shut the fuck. Like, that's what I be thinking. Like, you don't know what people eat, how they eat any other time. I know that our children bankers in the fruit department. We are constantly, when I say we, I'm talking me, my sisters, well, sister, only one of my sisters has kids, my sister, my cousins, our kids. We are buying fruit left and fucking right. They are crushing cuties, they're crushing grapes and blueberries. My goodness, strawberries barely last anymore, so strawberries haven't really been in the house for a while. But when we sit back and think about the order that you are mandated, quote unquote, to eat in, why is that? Also, that plays a part, like playing a part in with the children. When they're full, but you have to explain to them, hey, if you're full, there's 2 options. I can leave this here until this time, and after that it'll be put away, or I can put it away now, kitchen shut down, don't come back, right? So those are options that you work with your kids with. You don't just make them sit down and eat until they don't want to, because that develops what? Eating disorders. That makes someone sit and stuff themselves and stretch their stomach until it's uncomfortable, and then they're sick, and that's something that we don't want to do. Going back to the story that I said I was going to tell. I was at a restaurant with my kid, and it's like a Asian restaurant, so we're sitting close to the people. It's she and I at this very long table, but it was a communal table. um and our shoes are off at this, and there's a couple next to us, and they have something similar to what we have. She's full, so they're on a date, you could tell. And he's like, well, I finished all of mine. You need to finish all of yours. So immediately my head pops and I pop back. I'm like, that's not your business, Belle. That's not your business. Mind your fucking business. And it's hard because she's like, well, I ate what I wanted to, and this is over here, and I ate the majority of it, so I'm good. Like, I don't want to eat anymore. She's petite, and he's like, well, I'll eat it. She's like, that's fine. He was like, you need to eat your food. So he was like, when I was growing up, my mom made me sit down and eat all my food until I was done. So that's when I interjected. I was like, but you're not young anymore, and you don't have to eat until you're full anymore. If she says she's done, she could be done. And he was like, you know what? You're right. And he didn't take it any kind of way. And he sat there, and I'm eating my food, my kid's eating her food, and he gets up and he starts to clear their stuff. And so she turns to me and she's like, thank you for that, because he wasn't listening to me. And I said, I am sorry. I did apologize. I said, I am so sorry for interjecting, but I didn't like the way he kept trying to make you eat something when you said that you were full. I said, pay attention to that. I said, because I could tell y'all are on a date. Pay attention to that. Because him forcing you to eat when you said you're full means he won't listen to you in other areas of your life when you say you don't want to do something. Coercion. Y'all hearing me? Okay. When you express that you don't want to do something and they continue to try to coerce you, and then you finally give in, okay? Across the board. That's a no-no. It's a red flag. We don't do red flags, and we don't do coercion. It's not a good feeling on either side, and an apology at the end doesn't change what happened. It lets us know what type of person that you are and that you should be walked away from. And sometimes when you walk away from people, they don't get it. They don't fucking get it. Okay? But anyway, long story short, if your kids want to eat some fucking popsicles for dinner, why is it so? It's such a big deal when it's like, oh, we're having breakfast for dinner. We're having pancakes and stuff. Who the fuck said those are only breakfast foods? Who the fuck said that? Those are only brunch foods, that you can only eat X, Y, and Z. Because technically, your biggest meal is supposed to be at lunchtime. Then you siesta, because you're not supposed to eat heavy at night, right? So, and those are other cultures. Those are cultures, not this white American shit that they be trying to push up on us. But yeah, that's really what I have to say about that. Don't force yourself to eat if you don't want anymore. But also, you can order all of the things, and you can take stuff home, and you cannot eat all of the appetizer, and you cannot eat all of the entree, and you cannot eat all of the dessert, and you can take it with you. It's okay. I want people to break the habits that they're used to, that was forced upon them, that they were conditioned to live by, and realize that, the words y'all love now that I can't stand because I always do it, have the free will to eat whatever the fuck you want whenever the fuck you want it. And it's crazy that we have to do that. And people do look at you crazy when you're like, she's fine. If she could have another one, because you want to know what? My child works out. My child is in athletics. My child does all of the things. We're hitting every fucking milestone bar that we're supposed to fucking hit. And it's okay. And every plate doesn't have to be all of the portions that's on the pyramid, on the food pyramid. Every meal doesn't have to look like that. Do what's right for your body. Listen to your body. Have fun. You only live once. You don't have to be strict with life. And that's really what I try to tell everybody. You don't have to be strict with life. And live your life the best way that you deem possible, that you deem that you want to live, right? Live your life. Life is not about, oh, well, my mom said I had. Girl, fuck your mother. And I'm saying that as somebody whose mother's that, girl, fuck your mother. Eat what you want to eat. Live how you want to live, okay? Don't force those babies to do nothing.